Envision how someone becomes fat. It's not from a single meal. It's not from a week or two of being sedentary. And it's not because they are big boned either. Instead, it's a slight increase in calories combined with a slight decrease in physical activity repeated over an extended period of time. What I'm referring to is subtle and kind of sneaky. I call it drift. Businesses drift off track. Schools drift away from their core mission. Husbands and wives drift away from their wedding vows. You see, drift is the subtle, gradual, often undetectable movement away from the intended path. In practical terms, it's the downward slide toward acceptance of what had previously been deemed unacceptable. I've seen really nice people drift. I've seen really smart people drift. I've seen people with great wealth drift. I've seen people with fancy degrees drift. I've seen people with good intentions drift. I've seen people with really strong faith drift. No one sets out to go broke, get fat, or face divorce. Those negative outcomes are consequences of either a really bad plan or, more often, no plan at all. Drift happens unless you have a plan in place to avoid it. And this is part of what we do for our clients. We have them establish predetermined checkpoints or signposts to evaluate their progress. We ask them the tough questions about their mindset and habits. We push them when they don't feel like being pushed. We plug them into a system, a GPS type of system that neutralizes drift. Whether it's business, health, or marriage, you can avoid drift by creating a fixed point that you're intending to move toward and then periodically comparing your progress against that fixed point or goal to see if you're still on track. This is how Waze, Google Maps, and the other navigation systems work. You provide the destination, and the GPS prompts you to turn left or right at the next light. It might even prompt you to make a U-turn. Without this navigational system, it's easy to get lost. Today, using GPS, we can travel to a specific location 1,000 miles away and arrive precisely on time. But today, many people are lost in life. Even worse, they don't realize it. How does this happen? It happens because we don't feel drift. We only feel the repercussions of drift. Drift is a vicious, insidious, and impersonal villain. Drift is coming after you and what you care about most. Are you prepared to defeat him? This is Tommy Newberry, because mindset makes all the difference.